Up next, the Nets taking on the 76ers. For the Nets, a tremendous beginning to their season. They've been gaining momentum with each and every game. Sixers, Nets, tip-off right after this. A festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup, they've got Kobe Bryant. Also, Giannis Antetokounmpo out there. And it's Jordan in at the 2. And for Philadelphia, we've got Edwards. And it's Shireman in at the shooting guard position. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And it's going to be the Sixers off the tip. Doughton passes to Nance. To the inside. Here's O'Neal. Pass to Bryant. Here's the great one. And here's Jordan. Antetokounmpo outside. And it's off from three-point range. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with the head coach for Philadelphia. Of course, we talked mostly about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the focus of this one. Coach telling me I've lost sleep thinking about Giannis. He can just take over a game, no matter how you play him. We're hoping he'll be a little off tonight. Do off nights exist for Giannis, guys? We'll find out.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Outside Edwards. Here's Ware. He came away with 14 points in his last game. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's the great one. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
For a rookie, Jordan shows such impressive vision. If he sees a guy with a better shot, he's giving him the ball.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to the great one. And a two-handed jam!
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And here's Edwards outside. Knocks down the long J.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Bryant. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
And both free throws good for Bryant.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Doughton passes to Nance. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Clock at 6. Tipped!
How about the powerful denial that time from O'Neal? Get it out of here.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Here's Doughton, just 2 to shoot. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
Jordan with the bucket.
This is his shot. The mid-range jumper, Jordan loves to let that fly.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Pass to the great one. And he jams it home with authority.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the bucket by Brooklyn. Nance for three. O'Neal pulls it in. Brooklyn leading by 4. Bryant outside. Pass to O'Neal. Shoots over Nance. O'Neal misses. Philadelphia has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's Shireman. Here's the pick. To win the drought. Hits the trifecta. Doughton's got 6.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Bryant. Here's the great one. Now here's Jordan. From 7, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And Philadelphia calls time here. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
All right, let's take a quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season. Brooklyn, number 1.
Tremendous efficiency on offense. They were willing to put in their work to get great looks.
Here's Shireman. He's scoreless. And he lobs it up top. Antetokounmpo against Nance. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Simmons is checked in for Edwards. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Here's Doughton. He's got 6. It's tipped, and they get it back. 2 on the clock. Simmons. The Sixers again can't hit. Brooklyn leading by 6. Here's the great one. Shireman grabs a board. Philadelphia has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. 2-on-1 as they jump out of the break.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Shireman. Last game, 26 points for him. Pass to Ware.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the night now. And the first one at the line is good. Jovic, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And that's good as he hits both shots.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Pass to the Great One. And he banks in the layup. The Great One's got 10.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Shireman. Hasn't got one to fall yet. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Philadelphia shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
Here's Ware. The shot from the low post is good. And now just a 3-point Nets lead.
If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
Jordan, a good look. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
Assisted by the Great One.
Here's Doughton. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Pass to Shireman. The floater. And he lays it in. He's got 5.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
To the wing on the left. Jordan, the pass to the Great One. Oh, there's the alley. O'Neal misses.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's the Great One. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. There's the steal. From deep, here's Simmons. Brooklyn pulls it in. They've been on a heater of late. 7 wins in a row.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other.
Oh! What a hammer!
Oh, man!
The Great One.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
To the paint. Here's Ware. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
And that one good.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Bryant. The shot off that time. Now Simmons. No points so far. Pass to Shireman. Here's Ware. He's covered by O'Neal. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Doughton, no good.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field and seems really frustrated.
Here's the Great One, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And, guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
So the Nets making a switch here. Kessler's checked in, and both free throws good for Simmons. And Brooklyn has possession. It's a 3-point game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. There's a screen, and here's Bryant outside. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 4. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
Pass to Jovic. Here's the Great One. On the wing, Bryant. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Here's Shireman. Count it. All three of his attempts have gone in. Brooklyn's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Jordan, the pass to the great one. Here's Jovic. Here's the great one. Simmons defending. Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful.
Assisted by Jovic.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Knocked loose. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. The great one can't get it to go. 76ers trail by 3. Here's Doughton. 9 points in the game. Claxton a screen on Jordan. And he's going for the lob! And Claxton throws it down.
You can't run the alley-oop from much further out than that.
That was absolutely crazy.
And how high did he have to go to make that catch? Scintillating.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Brooklyn out in front, leading by 1. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Simply put, they look...
Substitution on the court.
We've got Nicholas Claxton, and it's Ware in at power forward. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Inside, here's Doughton. He got a piece of it.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team. Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
This will be his 4th shot at the line here in this one.
Defensive foul.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo. And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Graham.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Pass to Shireman. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the great one.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Down low. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Few better than Giannis completing the play. Incredible strength plus excellent agility.
So far, he's made all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. Ben Simmons is checked in for Doughton. Kessler, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Hero comes in for Bryant. Counted. Simmons has got 6.
Excellent precision and focus from Simmons. Feeling nobody can guard him down on the block, and he's right most of the time.
Kessler with a rebound.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Pass to Ware. Back to Simmons. Simmons is doubled. Here's Ware. The kick out to Simmons. The 3 is up. Ware, that's good. Ware's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
76ers trail by 13. And it's blocked by Kessler. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. Antetokounmpo can't connect.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Claxton. Oh, Jordan with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan.
Sixers ball.
Outside Simmons. Pass to Claxton. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Shot clock at 2.
Antetokounmpo is clearly a freak of an athlete. At his size, with his agility and length and strength. And what really makes him special is that he works so hard on the defensive end. If he's on you, he's going to make it a long night for you.
And they double up Simmons. Here's Ware. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Hero right side. Here's the great one. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball.
Sixers ball.
Here's Claxton. Pass to Ware. Here's Shireman. Fires the 3.
I mean, plastered on his man, and Hero making it difficult to move the ball. And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
At the line for the net.
And he makes a first.
Kessler. 2 shots.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. 76ers trail by 16. Pass to Simmons. Here's Ware. 17 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. Back to Simmons. Here's Shireman. Here's Ware. Antetokounmpo covering. There's a screen. Here's Shireman. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Good awareness by Simmons. He's so good at reading the defense and finding the shooter and setting him up perfectly.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Claxton with it. Pass to Edwards from behind the arc. And Hero grabs the board.
Risky strategy here. I mean, shifting their offense more to the outside. We'll see.
Really good point. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Philadelphia shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. And he drops it first. And the 76ers with some changes. Nance comes in for Claxton. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Brooklyn. He was dominant this quarter, scoring in bunches. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Philadelphia 76ers.
A lot of bricks out there. Reminds me of my free throw shooting. Enough to build a house. Come on, man. Take it to the paint. Man up.
Man up is correct. These teams often get addicted, Shaq, to the 3. Time for some intervention here. What's your plan B, please?
And since we have a moment, let's see what other games are coming up tonight. Out in Miami, it'll be the Heat against the Jazz. Start time 7 o'clock Eastern.
Should be a close game, considering how close these teams are.
And considering that both badly want to win. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Brooklyn leading by 20. Kicking off the second half, here's Jordi Fernandez's five. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's out there with Kobe Bryant, and it's the great one in at the point.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And it's out of bounds. The Sixers able to retain possession here. Pass to Shireman. Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, it's stolen by Jordan. To the middle. Here's the great one. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. The great one's got 4 points this quarter.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Here's Doughton. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. The first one falls. Hero, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
2 shots. Substitution on the court.
We've got Ben Simmons, and it's Ware in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Got a hand on it, and he stays with it. And there's the screen. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Simmons. Over Reeves. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
They do not need Simmons to be a three-point shooter. If he can hit the mid-range, Jay, that opens up a lot by itself.
14 feet away. Bryant, no good. 76ers trail by 10. Nance with it. O'Neal covers. Outside Simmons. Now here's Nance. Outside Simmons. Pass to Ware. There's the triple. Brooklyn pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 8 now. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Well, look at this. I mean, points off turnovers. So aggressive, forcing the other team to make mistakes, and it's really paid off.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Jovic, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Nance. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
And Clark, we're seeing greater parity league-wide, but there's still those teams wandering the wilderness.
Yeah, and some of that is due to teams failing to draft well. You've got to be a little lucky, but you also have to be good in your draft selections. It's not enough to have a high pick. It's really what you do with whatever picks you have and getting it right.
Pass to Doughton. The 3 is up. Brooklyn pulls it in. O'Neal's got his 5th rebound in this one. Oh, nice! Oh, big finish! Man. And he goes in for the dunk.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Nets leading by 13. Bryant outside. And he can't bank that one in.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. Bryant's got 29.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
The 76ers call timeout. Some changes for Brooklyn. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Jovic. And Jordan subbed in for Reeves. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach of the 76ers was getting across in the huddle. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Pass to Jordan. Lets the 3 fly. That one goes. And that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Edwards, that's good.
He's a new man this half, playing with much better intensity and getting results.
Bryant from deep three-point land. And the Nets, another 3.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Nance outside. Pass to Doughton. The 3. Rebound Brooklyn. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's the Great One. And a nice finish on the layup. The Great One's got 6 here in the quarter.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Here's Doughton. The three-pointer off the mark.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
And he knocks down the first one.
The Great One at the line for 2.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He couldn't get to the line once in the first half. Coach must have really talked to him at the break.
Nance outside. Pass to Shireman. Edwards for 3. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Just a little too aggressive, and now he's on that brink of fouling out. Expect their opponent to really go after him now.
For your Sixers, Edwards.
And both free throws good for Edwards. Nets leading by 15. Here's Bryant. And it's blocked by Edwards. Pass to Shireman. Six on the shot clock. To the inside. Where? And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action. Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Brooklyn has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Shot's good by the Great One.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
Here's Doughton. Pass to Ware. And a Foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his third
First free throw is good.
Team is already in the penalty. At the line.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's the great one. It's tipped. Here's Doughton. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Beyond his wingspan, Giannis's timing is what makes him a special shot blocker.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh?
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Out to the right wing. Here's Ware. He's covered by O'Neal. Pass to Doughton. Just 5 to shoot. The Sixers with another miss. Nets leading by 12. Beyond the arc. The great one can't get it to go.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
And it's Ware missing.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Now Philadelphia with it. They're on a 12-4 run.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Nets.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
Yeah, that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early. You're going to be seeing them that often.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for the great one.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay.
So we see the Nets taking the